Jab, strong, fierce, short, forward, roundhouse. In the world of 2D fighting games, Street Fighter is the series that defines a genre. Traces of the game's influence can be found in just about every other fighting game on the market. The mechanics, characters, and art style have penetrated pop culture from movies to music to clothing. And this 1980s phenom defined a generation of fans who grew up saving their quarters for the gaming arcade. In this episode, celebrating one of the great characters in video game history, we will be looking at Street Fighter's very own Ryu. Ryu first appeared in the original Street Fighter game released by Capcom on arcade cabinets in 1987. Ryu's story begins when he is orphaned at a young age. He is found by an elderly martial artist named Goken, who takes Ryu off the streets and trains him in a style of fighting known as Ansatsuken, the Assassin's Fist. Soon after his arrival, another young boy named Ken Masters arrives at the dojo, and the two train together, becoming good friends and intense rivals. When Ryu turns 23, Goken believes that he is finally ready to travel the world and hone his skills. Leaving his home for the first time, Ryu travels from place to place and enters a number of tournaments with only one thing on his mind: to become the best fighter he can be. But there's a darkness inside Ryu, an evil, lustful energy that desires to win no matter what the cost. This power is called the Satsui no Hado, or Dark Hado, and in the World Warrior tournament, Ryu unwillingly taps into it during his fight with Sagat, and delivers a Metsu Shoryuken so powerful that it leaves Sagat scarred for life. The raw power of Ryu's Satsui no Hado makes him a target of villains like Akuma and M. Bison, who seek to turn Ryu into a weapon for evil. Ryu wears a torn karate gi, a headband called a hachimaki, MMA gloves, and is barefoot in most of the games. He is described as silent, humble, and respectful, and is singular in his goal to become a better fighter. His dedication to his craft makes him the perfect protagonist for the series, as he is constantly in search of stronger opponents against whom he can fight. But he doesn't train to become better than others, or for money and fame like some characters in the series. Ryu's goal is to grow into a better, stronger version of himself, and that mentality is what makes him, truly, the world's greatest Street Fighter. Ryu made his Super Smash Bros. Debut in Smash for the Wii U and 3DS. He was added as a DLC character and has made his return in Smash Ultimate. Ryu's character model is based off of the SNES release of Street Fighter II, and all of his animations are based on moves from Street Fighter II, 3, and 4. But the similarities are not purely visual. Most of the time, Ryu truly feels like you're playing a Street Fighter character. Sakurai has incorporated many Street Fighter mechanics into Smash and made several big changes from Smash 4, turning Ryu into a character who functions like no one else on the roster. Let's go over a few of the mechanics that set Ryu apart from other characters. New to Ultimate is that Ryu will now always be facing his opponents in one-on-one battles. So if you jump over someone, you will immediately snap to face the opposite direction once you get over their head. That means that Ryu can play footsies, dash, and use cross-ups to bait opponents and still have forward-facing options. His normals are modified based on Ryu's proximity to his opponent and can be altered depending if the move is tapped or held, changing his attacks like the light, medium, and heavy buttons on a fight stick. They can also be dash cancelled, meaning that Ryu can cancel the move and hop forwards or backwards to mix up opponents, and his normals and aerials can be special cancelled. So if you land a jab or a dare, it can be immediately chained into a special move like Hadoken or Shoryuken. Ryu's specials can be modified by holding the button for longer, and also by manually inputting the moves with the analog stick. For example, his Hadoken can be activated by simply pressing B, or a more powerful input Hadoken can be activated by inputting a quarter circle and pressing special, or even Shakunetsu Hadoken, which has multiple hitboxes and burns red, can be used by inputting a half circle and pressing special. These principles can be applied to other moves as well, and an input variation of Shoryuken and Tatsumaki can be activated by using the stick. Ryu's focus attack has super armor on startup, blocking one hit and piercing counterattack moves. Focus attack can also be dash cancelled and is unblockable when fully charged. In terms of gameplay, Ryu is a bit slower than most other characters, so you'll have to utilize his ground dashes to play footsies with opponents, looking to bait whiffs and dash in for a punish. Ryu gets a lot off of hit confirms, and if he can get in on an opponent and land a clean normal, it can be chained into meaty combos and even a kill.
Is he gonna do it twice? No. Is he gonna lose his stock? Yes. Goodbye, my friend.
Other representatives from the Street Fighter universe include the playable character Ken, Ryu's Echo Fighter, who is faster and uses more flashy combos compared to Ryu's harder hits and neutral heavy playstyle. Guile appears as an assist trophy, Suzaku Castle is a playable stage, and in World of Light there is a Street Fighter themed sub-area called World Tour, where players battle characters like Green Donkey Kong, who represents Blanka, and Zero Suit Samus, who represents Chun-Li. For a long time, including one of the most iconic characters in fighting game history seemed like a pipe dream to many Smash players. But Ryu has been integrated into Smash that does justice to the character, the franchise, and the genre as a whole. The competitive communities of each respective game may not always get along, but the character's inclusion in Ultimate is something that fans of both should be very proud of. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, if you enjoy our content, make sure you drop a like, comment below what character you'd like to see next, and as always, subscribe to Akshon Esports. Make sure you hit subscribe to keep up to date with everything Smash related. My name's Jonah, and I'll see you next time.